Yay! Just 1 second. Yep. Okay. I hope you can hear me. I hope you can see me, and as usual, everything is fine. And I am extremely, happy to see you here on the stream, second week in a row. So wow, it's absolutely unusual activity for me, and who knows, maybe for you as well. What else? First of all, hi. I always forget to say hi to everyone who came here. So right now I didn't forget, and it's a huge result for me. I watched actually the one streamer, and when his audience was small, he said hi to everyone in the chat, and it's very cute tradition, I guess, and it's always some positive emotions when the streamer pronounce your name, and it's so cool. But unfortunately my English isn't ready for this, and I just don't want to offend anyone, so I would say hi to you who is watching here, and without pronouncing any names, because yeah, it could be awful, I know. Yeah, I'm just scrolling the chat. I also, take a look on our chat, so you can send your messages here, questions, some, I don't know, ideas, what you want to ask, what you want to discuss. And meanwhile, I'm animating the illustration. We can chat. That's why we are here. And also you can send donation if you like. If you're super rich, you can use the link in the description. So yeah, you can do anything. Find links, buttons, press, send, comment. And before we start, I also want to remind you to press like button, and if you're watching it's like a recorded video, please leave a comment, because again, it's extremely important for me as a creator here on YouTube, so YouTube understands that, yeah, wow, it's great content, so people like it, and share comments, so we have to push it. So help me to help you more more often. Okay. Love your content. Thank you. Thanks. Okay, I completely forget to delete this grid on my face right now. You can see it, but don't worry. It's kind of our design. Well, I need to change the screen. Where is my screen, by the way? Here we go. Awesome. So what we are going to do today, this time I'm going to animate my illustration that I draw even in the summer, and if I'm not mistaken, in the autumn we created the rig for these graphics for this dog, so you can find also the link in the description and watch how I've set the rig for the dog. Yeah, and now it's January and it's time to animate it. Yeah, awesome. As you can see, time management is my very strong side. So let me check out what I did, because actually I didn't prepare it for this stream, because if you watched my previous one, it didn't help me at all. So I had mistakes, I had some issues with the rig, and we together fixed it. So I thought, why should I spend time if I still have some mistakes during the stream? So yeah, I'm going to experiment. Okay, what I have the dog pre-compose, I'm sure. Yeah, here. Awesome. Let's check how the rig works. It should be interesting for you and very helpful for me. how everything works here. Okay, as you can see, we have the pelvis here, and the legs reacts on this pelvis, and it's so cool. And we have the chest, and also we have the neck. Yeah, I call it spine. I don't know. I have no idea why, but let it be. Okay, spine. Okay, we have the head, and also we have the slider here. Let's change the composition settings to the gray to see it, make it more visible. So we have the blink slider. Oh, nice. With some bounce effect. Yeah, I really recommend you to watch that stream where we set this rig, because on this stream we will animate it. Okay, and what about the head? And the head, yeah, some issues here, but let it be. What about legs? So it could be bended. Awesome. Okay, nice. Everything, it seems that everything works correctly. I hope so. And the tail. Let's check how it looks. Oh, I see. It's just the layer with the correct anchor point, so without any puppet tools or pins, just layer. Okay, great. What about another details? Where is my other details? First of all, let me block some layers here. So it's waist, it's planned. Okay, I see. Well, everything works fine, I guess. And let's start from the not very complex part. Let's start from the plant, and then we will, you know, try to start more complex animation, so we will finish with the dog, okay? And meanwhile, maybe someone joined this stream, who knows, on the most interesting part. So let's open the pre-compose with the plant and set the anchor points. I'm not going to create a very complex animation today, so I definitely want to create a loop so I can post it in Instagram and get a huge reach in Instagram. Okay, and just in case, let's do it for these lines as well. Fine. What else? I would add a band effect. Let's find it here. CC Bender effect. I love it more because just CC Banded, you see, crop it, and I just don't want to fix it. So CC Bender much better, I guess. And you see, it has some nice band effect. Let's change the position for these points. Yeah, I think it's nice. And we will add, guess what? Of course, wiggle. And it should be very, very tiny wiggle. Let's check. We need more. Let's say 25. Why not? Okay, much better, yeah. And now we have to copy to all these leaves this band effect. Let's do it. But when you copy band effect, it always, you know, change the position for these points, yeah, for the top and for the base points. So make sure that you check it, how they place. Actually, I have very cool tutorial about plants animation. There are much more complex animation for the plants. You can find it in my Instagram. I didn't record it on YouTube, but if you want to know, now you know where to search it. On my Instagram page you can find how to animate it more complex. Let's do it in this way and copy to the next one. Like this. let's check what we have. Yeah, nice. And let's do the same for this couple of leaves. Here. Okay, nice. But as you can see, the main line of this, I don't know, branch is very straight, and we didn't animate it. How to animate it? I won't use the same method. We need to pre-compose each branch. I hope I pronounced it correctly every time. I excuse for my English, but I hope you understood. So let's select this part and move it to the pre-compose. It will be right. Let's call it in this way. And now we have to create a rectangle to cover this shape, to cover the whole branch, yeah? And let's do the same for another one. It will be left. And again, we need to draw a shape. Cool. And now we can add puppets. And why we created this rectangle? We created it to get correct mesh, because if I didn't, let's imagine I didn't add any rectangle, I will get exactly this mesh. But remember that we have animation for each leaf, so we have some cut pieces of the graphics. This is how Puppet tool works. And to avoid it, we created this rectangle. Let me show you. So I'm going to add here, 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 and here, for example. Let me show it. And let's open Duik. I love it. And rename it layers, numbers, and will be right. Yeah, you can add also band effect again, but I love to use Puppet just because it gives me more control for the animation. Okay, cool. And now we have to create bones. Nice. Let's link them one by one. So here and here. And now we can add rotation. We need 3 keyframes. Let's add some angle. 5. Maybe it's too much. And shift them, yeah, to create this overlapping action in a couple of frames. Oh, nice. And now we can turn off or delete the shape layer with the rectangle. And of course, let's loop it. If I'm not mistaken, we can add ping pong expression, but I just get used to add this one, so I'm going to use loop out, and that's all. You see? Let's do the same for another branch. Branch? I hope, yeah. Add puppets here, here, and here. Here, oh no. And of course, make sure that you have only one mesh, yeah, because sometimes when you double click on their layer, Puppet tool can create and add more meshes, so you can have 2 or 3, and it's really annoying because it gives some mistakes, and your simple rig won't work correctly. So make sure that you have only one mesh here. Okay, let's rename it. As you noticed, I really love to rename everything just because it saves my time, maybe my colleagues' time if I send the project file. So it's very cool, you know, how to say, characteristic, or yeah, if you add names. Okay, add bones and link one by one this to this and to this. We even can copy this rotation and shift it in a couple of frames. Okay, nice. And again, don't forget to turn off the rectangle layer. So let's see what we have with our illustration. Where's my illustration? Here. I hope it's correct composition. Yeah, it's very how to say, hard project right now because I have a lot of camera blurs, I have many layer styles, so yeah, it also affects on the, you know, the speed. Okay, maybe it's too much action for the plants, so we can fix it a bit later. Right now, let's move on. What I also would like to add, let's add light, for example, because I can't do it. Let's create a 5-second loop, for example. And select all lights layer. And move it one by one just to add some tiny difference, yeah. And also I want to animate transparency or opacity. So let's do it here. Select all layers. And from the 0, let's see how it looks. I also used solo mode just to make it more fast, but as you can see, it doesn't work here. I don't know, very complex project. How it happened? Okay, cool. And let's add more keyframes to make it more natural. So some of them will be bright, some of them will disappear, and in the end, obviously, they should disappear at all. And shift these keyframes, of course. Something like this. To make it more natural and interesting. Let's check how it looks. Okay, I see. We need to add a more obvious difference. Let's check. Yeah, I think it's nice. What else? Let me show you how... Where is my particles? No, not here. Here. Okay, cool. And if you watched my last tutorial, you may know that we will use the wiggle transform for these particles to make them, you know, wiggle. 1 second, and change the parameter that you want to be animated. Yeah, automatically, I mean. So let's change the position. Yeah, cool. And let's copy it. Cool. Okay, and the last one, it's a ball here. I'm going to add some rotation to this ball. Let's do it in this way, and I will turn off the blur effect just to set anchor point. Let's check how it works. No, let's do it in this way. So I'm going to add 2 keyframes here for position and rotation, yeah? And move it to the left and add some tiny rotation. Let's see what we have. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I see a question, just give me a second. I want to finish it. And copy. And also, I will change the interpolation to easy ease. That's why I also have to change interpolation for the pass to avoid any issues. Again, if you watched my quick tutorials in Instagram, you know that sometimes we have some extra lines, how to say, keyframes when you animate the position for the pass animation, I mean. So that's why I always recommend to switch to the linear, and somewhere where you need to change the pass, make it like a curve, or use Bezier for it. Just do it with this tool, I mean, convert vertex tool. So here you can change it. But I really recommend you to work with linear interpolation and then switch somewhere where you need to the Bezier. What we have? Do you always animate your illustrations in Illustrator files? Do you think it's better than animating illustrations in Photoshop files? It depends on the graphics. If you work just like me with explainer videos, for example, with graphics for the website, for example, obviously Illustrator files works better, just because vector, just because you can set you can convert them into shape layers, and you see shape layers had a lot of effects, and it's really helpful. They really improves your workflow. So yeah, and also you can set anchor points correctly, exactly in the center of the joints, for example, and it means a lot when you work with character. And again, you can scale it, yeah, and you won't lose any quality of your graphics, so that's why I work with Illustrator files. But again, if you animate kind of stop motion graphics or something, I don't know, hand drawn, yeah. Photoshop also could work, or if you animate some, I don't know, photos or something else, yeah, Photoshop also fine. I hope to share soon my last project. I hope to finish it and then share with you where I animated Photoshop layers. But there are very, very simple animation, kind of stop motion, yeah? And without, these effects, wiggles, I don't know, trim pass or something else. So yeah, it depends on your goals and the graphics. Hey, you're amazing. You're amazing. Do you remember when Keanu Reeves said it's you breathtaking, yeah? So, kind of reference. Okay, let's edit graph editor. Let's do it very, very simple, just like this. To make the ball hang in one position and only after a tiny pause, it will move. Again, go back, I mean, it will move. My English, damn it. That's why I'm streaming second week in a row, just because I completely forget how to use my, my English language. Okay, very tiny but nice action here. And I guess it's time to save our success and animate the dog and the hands. I'm sure it should be very, very interesting and much more complex. Let's start from the hand. I have the pre-compose here and change the background. Okay, cool. I completely, didn't rig the hand, so let's fix it very, very fast. Link fingers to the palm and palm to the arm and back to the palm. Awesome. Very professional. Change the anchor point. Okay, cool. And actually we can convert fingers to the shape layers just to have a chance, to rotate them and animate them. Let's hide the original. The original layers. Okay, cool. Now we can animate a pass. Let me show you here. So you see, we can animate fingers in this way. So it's pretty simple, but still nice. Okay, I always start from the big action. So the big action should be from the hand, yeah, from the arm. Let's animate position and rotation, obviously. And also don't forget to change the anchor points. Ooh, I have some circle there. Yeah. How I miss it. Yeah, now it should be better. Okay, arm, rotation and the position. Let me think how we will do it. So it should be very fast action. And it should be very fast and tiny actions in very, short timing. Let's try to imitate it. And copy and paste the first keyframe. Maybe it's too much. Let's add more time for this shaking action. Okay, what if I add rotation to the palm? Here, and change the color to see it more faster, you know, see it faster, just faster. -3, for example, 2 and 0 to loop it. Okay. Let's change interpolation and check the interpolation for the pass of the position. Yeah, linear. Okay. So we have some food from here, and obviously we need to rotate it more. Yes, something like this, I hope. Let's copy here. What's wrong with me? Oh, sorry, give me a second. Sorry, guys. This guy wanted to, you know, to be breathtaking, and I had to help him. Say hi, Jackie. Jackie, hi. Are you okay? Okay. Let's continue. Okay. I love this rotation, and now I need to copy again these two keyframes. I guess so. And loop them. No, I don't love it. What if I copy this one and make it as a first frame? I just don't like these repeated actions, you know, it's too shaky for me right now. Oh, hi, William. I thought you go. I thought you went to the bed. Oh, nice. And let's slow down this action here. And the same for the first one. Maybe it's too much. And maybe, I just don't need the... No. It's too high, I guess, for me. Let's make it more natural or calm. You work and I'll work too. Awesome. I thought it's actually night in your country. No? Let's change timing a bit. Give more time for the first actions and less in the end, yeah? Let's see if it works. Yeah, nice. Much better, actually. What if I experiment with the curves here? Let's see, maybe it helps even more. No, bad idea. We can animate fingers actually. Let's add a tiny detail. I don't promise that it will be visible, but still, why not? Change anchor point here and copy here and rotate it. Okay, without this one, these two keyframes. And actually we can animate this finger as well. Maybe here. No, it was better actually here. And this way. And the same for the last one. Maybe it's not very, you know, obvious, but it adds very cool detail, and the hand doesn't look like just, you know, one layer, solid layer, and you didn't animate it. Just tiny action. Cool detail. And what if I animate this back? Let's add rotation to this back as well. And as you can see, I use the same timing for everything, yeah, for arm, for the back, for the palm, and even for fingers, the same timing. Again, just because it's easier, and then when you finish and you like the, you know, the main timing, you can shift all keyframes and create nice overlapping action. And 0. Easy is. Let's change the timing a little bit. Whoa, what is it? Oh, we have something here. Let's cut it. Okay, nice. Maybe give even more time. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, it's more and more interesting. What does it mean online? Okay, what's next? Let's create this overlapping action and shift all keyframes. First of all, I'm going to shift rotation for the arm in a couple of keyframes. Then I will shift in a couple of keyframes all other keyframes. And also I need to shift even more the puck rotation. Let's see what we have. Yay! And maybe fingers. Let's save and check out what we have. And meanwhile, I'm waiting for the result. I remind you that you can drop a comment if you watched this stream as a recorded video, and even hit a like. It really, really helps me. Give me a second. I just want to close the door. Yay, I'm back. Amazing content. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Well, I completely forget about the food from this pack. Okay, I will add it later. Let's work with the dog. And you know what? When I was drawing this illustration, I had the reference Simon's cat. I'm sure you watched these very cool tiny episodes about the cat. Which is always hungry, and I really want to create something similar. So I imagine that this dog, you know, take a look on the hand, and then on the foot, and then again on the hand, and just with his, how to say, leg. What dogs has? Just you know, point on the plate to say, hey, come on, I need more, and that's my idea for this, you know, infinity loop. I hope it will be very nice. It's not very complex again, but it shouldn't be complex. It should be nice and, you know, cute. Okay, where is my dog? Where's my dog? Precompose. A lot of precomposes here. Oh, and by the way, I completely forget to say that this project file will be available for my patrons. Yeah, it's my way to say thanks to people who want to support me, you know, with money. So yeah, I didn't create any extra content. Yeah, I'm very, very lazy. Yeah, Paul, William, thank you. I have to send you more voice messages to practice. Yeah, so this and even more project files are available on my Patreon, link in the description of this video. And yeah, it's my way to say thank you to everyone who supports me with money. Again, what I'm going to do? Animate the dog. Okay, let's do it. It shouldn't be very complex, as I said before. I found the precompose. Let's open. Here. Oh, and actually, if you don't know how to, you know, deal with Patreon, how it works, how much money, you can send me messages in Instagram, and I will explain everything. It's very, very simple. $4 per month, and you will get access to all projects that I, you know, ever posted and shared. Okay, enough of self-promotion. So I have the dog, and let's animate it a 5 second loop. Again, I'm going to start from the pelvis. And from the spine and head rotation, let's add rotation here, here, and to the head, I guess. And then, of course, we will make it more and more complex. So here, look at the foot, and also here. Oh, what if he or she smells it? Yeah, kind of smelling. So yeah. Yeah, тоже. Yeah, you have to practice Russian, William. Come on. Let's take a look how it... So it should be very, very low. Okay, let's see if the if the rig helps us with this. I can even open two composition windows and see the final result and the pre-compose. Okay, it's not very bad Duik actually. Nice that I can, you know, experiment with it, I can work with it. It's very cool. I didn't expect it actually. I don't like this one. Let me hide it for now. Maybe later I will think how to fix the color. How to say? You know what. Okay, rotation for this one as well. Let's see the... Okay, it's still okay actually. Yeah, maybe it's too low. What we have? I bet that right now it will have very, very bad timing. Let's see. Yeah. I told you. She has to rotate the tiny angle, yeah, tiny angle, just to imitate that the dog is smelling, yeah, the food. So it should be something like this. And copy this one and copy the whole loop. Yeah. Okay, nice. And actually we can add one more big action here to the hips. And what if I animate the rotation for the hips? Let's see, maybe it will be more interesting pose. Something... Okay, it's too low, I guess. Something like this. 5, maybe 7. 7 is too much. 6. Okay, 5 it's enough. Now, okay, no, 5. Still 5. Let's see what we have. So you see we have one tiny action. Yeah, it's second direction, if I'm not mistaken, with the nose, yeah, with the face, with this head, and the main action that the dog tries to smell the food. So yeah, all these details create the illusion that it's real, it's alive. So I really love to work with animation, just because I can add these tiny details and make my character alive. So I'm just so inspiring right now. Yeah, hi. I'm talking in English, but I also read your Russian comments. So think about it. So what we have here, and also we need one more tiny action here. Let's do it in this way. Oh no, it's too low. Oh, you see, something wrong with our position. Let's change the interpolation to the linear. Yeah, it's much better. And copy the original pose. And let's do the same for the spine. For example, here, and the same. And to the original pose. And don't forget about the head, yeah? And it's too slow, I guess, so make it faster. And the same for the head. Where is my head? Here. Okay, not mine. And copy the first keyframe. Oh, actually, we can not copy the first one. We can animate that the dog takes a look at the human and then again loop it with the first position, yeah? So let's do it in this way. We need some pauses here. Some pause. Something like this. And now copy to the original position. But faster. Too much. Oops, sorry. Okay, and somewhere here we need to add animation for the paw, 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 for the leg, okay? Let's add position and rotation animation for this IK controller. Here and here. Okay, maybe we need more time here, I guess, just because I just can't animate, you know, only the AK controller. I also have to animate other body parts. I mean, hips, spine, head, just because if you raise your hand, for example, you will notice that the whole body reacts on this tiny action. Yeah, so I can shake my head, my shoulders, even my chest can move. So make sure that everything is connected. Tiny action here, and maybe for the neck as well. Where is my neck? Why am I always talking my? It's not my, it's my character neck. Just give me a second. Yeah. So it moves forward at first and then moves back. Yeah, just because, again, we need some anticipation before any, you know, action. But here's the trick, just because sometimes, you know, people add too much time to the anticipation and it looks very, very weird or strange. So make sure that you just give enough time for anticipation and for the main action. What I did right now, it's just too fast, I guess. Let's... Okay, here. And actually we can add rotation to the hips. I really love how it works here. I really didn't expect, you know, that the rig will be very comfortable because I remember that we also had some issues during the previous stream with the rig. So yeah, I just didn't expect. Okay, rotation here, for example. And anticipation, of course. -1. Tiny, tiny rotation. You see? And let's add some bounce effect as well here. How to add it? I have very, very simple trick, by the way, for you, how to add some tiny bounce effects. If you're too lazy, just like me, just copy, just set the keyframes somewhere here, yeah? For all parts that you want to add bounce effect. Okay, here we don't need it because we already have the keyframe for this one, and move it to the correct timing, to the correct place. And you see we have some tiny bounce for the body. So you don't need to animate rotation to calculate how much you have to rotate this part and how far you have to move it. Just copy the previous before 2 or 3 keyframes and place it to the right. I don't know. It's very difficult for me to explain, but I hope you understood. Just add keyframes and then shift it to the correct place, and that's all. Very simple trick. Yeah, here we are. And let's connect the head rotation with the body animation as well. Just because right now you see we have body rotation and then head, just like a robot. I'm sure a dog can't move in this way. So let's do it in this way here. And maybe again add anticipation to the head as well. And again, press the keyframe and shift it here. And also, I need bounce effect for the IK controller. I would say it's AK controller. It's also true, but without my awful pronunciation. Here, yeah. Add position keyframe and change it. And of course, you see, we don't need the this curved path for the position. We just need a very, very simple linear path for our animation. Of course, you can add arcs if you want, because, you know, 12 principles of animation. But right now, it will look like, just give me a second. You see, it's just what's wrong with this AK controller. So that's why I convert all these keyframes to the linear interpolation. And maybe somewhere, for example, here, I will add arc. Why not? Let's see. Yeah. And it's too far for this animation. I don't need very straight hand. Oh, sorry, leg. Okay, let's take a look. Yeah, I love it. What we have in the result. Let's add one more action here. So copy and paste these 2 keyframes. Yeah. Just give me more food. Where is my music, by the way? Very long stream actually for me. Guys, how are you? Are you still with me, or you just go to the bed and fell asleep? I don't know. Let me know in chat. I need your comments right now. Valuable time for us. I wish you get all the success in your life. Thank you so much. It's so so sweet, you know, and I still can get used to your amazing feedbacks that, you know, I feel that I don't waste time. I spend it with you and share my knowledge, and you share maybe your thoughts, and it's very cool feelings. Okay, what we have one more time, and let's polish it and create the correct timing, work with graph editor, and also add secondary actions to the ears and to the eye. Eyes, eye, only one eye. Still here, still working side by side. I'm proud of you. So, oh, let's loop it actually. Add keyframes to each part, here, and copy and paste the first keyframes. And later again we will add some anticipation, some bounce effect. We'll see how it works. Okay. Yeah, nice. I just joined. Oh, wow. Speechless. Thank you so much for these comments. Yeah, and thanks for comment actually. We're still working here very, very hard. And actually, I saved this stream so you can watch the beginning where we said all other parts, hand, you know, all details, so you won't miss it. And yeah, we also use Duik actually, so it should be very helpful for you. I hope so. So it seems that I finished the main animation. Let's add rotation to the ears. And again, we will use the same timing based on our head rotation. Let me check. So, and it shouldn't be very, huge angle again. It should be -1 plus 2, something like this, even smaller actually, values. So you don't need to shake everything very, very, obvious. For example, 11. And here we need to copy, paste, copy, paste. More, and then okay, let's see what we have here. Let it be. Yeah, so here I use the same principle that I always use when I need to animate hair rotation or tails. So something that you want to wave or bounce and that is connected to another part. So again, it could be ears, tails, hair, what else? I don't know. Your ideas in chat, please. So I set just rotation according to the correct timing that I already set for the head, and then again we will shift it. We'll shift all these keyframes, and you will see the magic will happen. So if our head goes back, the ear also go back. If our head moves forwards, the ear obviously will move forwards as well. It's the main idea. Okay, let's check here. Okay, here we don't have any animation. It should be the same. Nice. And head moves forward. So that's why I will add 2 degrees for the ear. And vice versa. And 3, for example. 0. Here we have the pose, and the same for the last action. -2. And here we have extra keyframe 0 to create the overlapping action again. Hey! Thanks for coming, actually. And the same for this pose, actually. We need to add 1 more keyframe. -3. Here, and change the value for this one, 5, for example. Just because our ears or tails or hair can't stop immediately in this point when your head, for example, or hips stop moving. That's why I added these keyframes in this pose. Okay, what about eyes? We need to find the eye actually for now. Here. And I will add very tiny, very, short actions for the eye. And usually our eye moves before the whole body reacts on something. So I would like to create the animation that our dog noticed the food at first and then moves forward to this, plate. It should be more interesting. Yeah, here. Look at this again, tiny action. Just because our eyes can't freeze at one. Okay, sometimes it can freeze on one point, but for now it's too interesting for the dog, so it should be moved as well. Tiny couple of frames, as you can see. And the same for this action. So the dog changed the eye direction before he, raised his or her head. Sorry. What if I add tiny action here? And go back. Let's see what we have. So not enough of the leg animation. Yeah, we also add some eye animation as well to make sure that, you know, the human notice that the dog needs more food. So it's kind of acting here. But maybe later. Maybe copy it. Why not? But again with different timing to make sure that it doesn't look like just copy and paste animation. So it should be, you know, more natural again. And the last action here. Well, actually, I don't like this position for the eyes. Let's change it. And loop it again. Yeah, much better, I guess. What we have to do, the last things, I guess it's time to work with timing, with graph editor, and make everything, all keyframes, easy. Are you ready? Let's select all keyframes that I have and make it easy. Yeah, press F9, I mean. So you see the action became more smooth and more natural. And now let's work with timing again. So the main structure, the main part of the body is the hip, because if it's the center of the weight, and we will shift all other keyframes for other parts of the body according to this animation of the hip, I mean. So don't how to say, don't shift hip animation because it's the center, so it's kind of zero, it's kind of, I don't know, the beginning of area animation. So we will work with other keyframes. But what we can do, we can shift not position for the hips, but rotation for the hips to create some nice bounce effect again. Let me find it, because we animated rotation couple of frames, it's enough. Then select other keyframes, all keyframes. Oops, select and shift it in a couple of keyframes as well. Okay, nice. Then we need accepting hips, actually. Then we need to select everything without this bone, yeah, because we need some overlapping action. And we didn't animate it, actually, so without this bone, I mean. Let's hide it here, and we don't need hips. Select other keyframes, shift in a couple of keyframe again. Nice. What next? Without this, So as you can see, I move from the hip to the head, yeah, and shift each part in several keyframes. Without it, now I need to select head and other ears, blah blah blah, eyes and so on. Couple of keyframes. And now let's select ear 1 and second ear. Oops, ear 1 and second. Again, in a couple of keyframes. Maybe I have to work with the IK controller later. Let's see what we have. Maybe I have to change the animation for it. Actually, I don't need this composition window. Yeah, nice. So you see, it's more alive. What I don't like, I don't like how the leg works here. Yeah, so at first it's banded and then it's straight. It's not very cool. This tiny wiggle doesn't work actually. We can animate it here to make a tiny step, for example, and maybe it helps us, you know, to avoid this wiggle in the knee, I mean. So, for example, step back, yeah? And here we can work with the pass actually, to add some arc here. Let's see. But faster again. Maybe not so far. And actually we can animate this leg as well to make it more interesting, just because it's too static for me actually. Let's do it the same way and add arc. You can add not 2 keyframes, but 3 keyframes, I mean, on this point, yeah? But why, if you can work with the pass of the position? It's just easier. And somewhere here we will loop it, yeah? But maybe later. Oh no, it's better, yeah, here. Let's check. Okay, it's not a perfect loop. Let's check where we... Oh, I see. It's a rotation for the hip. You see, we have extra action for this leg, and it's just because I didn't fix the pass and interpolation linear. So for the tiny step, we obviously need, yeah, we need the arc, but when it's not animated, it shouldn't be animated, obviously. And let's add the blink animation, yeah? Final touches, I guess. Where is my eye animation? Here. How to understand when you need to add some blink animation? When the eye changed the direction, yeah? And when it's too long pause, without any actions on the eye, because obviously we need some blink. We blinks from time to time, so yeah, that it's a good chance to show it in our animation. Sorry, 40, and then yeah, 40 and minus 40, yeah. So here we have change the eye direction. Maybe it's too fast. Here. And also here, I guess. Here I don't need any blink animation, just because it's important to me to leave the eye contact with human and with food, so I won't add any blink animation here. But later, obviously, yes. And even one more in the end. Okay, nice. Let's save what we have. And check it out. Actually, if you noticed, I extended the loop and now it's not 5 seconds, it's much more. And now we need to match the hand animation and the dog animation as well. What I mean, right now it's, you see, everything, animates together. And we need to shift the hand animation here. Somewhere here. Let's open it. And shift it. Yeah, more than 5 seconds. But anyway, it's not a problem. Okay, what we have? Or maybe even earlier. Here, for example. Here. Let's see. And meanwhile, I'm waiting for the final result. I want to remind you that you can hit a like and drop a comment, because again, it's important for me. And yeah, it motivates me to keep streaming and improving my English. Yeah, better. I think it works better. And so we have 6 seconds, yeah? Let's say 6 seconds. Okay, 6 and 10 keyframes. And actually, don't forget to stretch other animations, just because we created them according to 5-second loop, and right now I need to stretch it. And don't forget about plants. I have plants somewhere. Where's my plant? Oh. Here. Okay, let's see, maybe it works fine. Who knows? Okay, nice. I love it. Actually, I need to take a look at this animation a bit later, maybe in the morning, and notice some issues or I will have some ideas how to improve it. But for now, I guess it's very nice. Also, I have to add the food from the pack, obviously. I will do it by my hand without Newton or some other plugins. It shouldn't be very complex, but it's just kind of, you know, routine or annoying work. So yeah, I don't think that it's worth to share it here. But the main principle, the main idea I showed. What do you think about it? What do you think about our animation for today? Let me know again here in our chat or in comments if you watched it as an recorded video. What else? What else? What else? I finished. I finished and I had very nice evening. It's even, you know, very long stream, but I feel I feel exhausted actually. Have no idea how it happens. Yeah, not so bad. Okay, guys, it's time to say goodbye. But for that, again, I remind you about activity here on YouTube. Join my Instagram, where I share more useful content more often. What else? What else? Join my Patreon if you want to support me with your money and get project files from all tutorials all projects that I shared before. It's just $4 per month and you can grab everything. What else? Join my class on Udemy about character rig, more complex, more interesting, and yeah, thanks for coming, thanks for being here. It means a lot for me. Actually, all this activity, it's just for extra fans, if you feel that you need it. But I appreciate that you come, that you came. Sorry. It means a lot for me. Thanks one more time and see you actually on the next week, because I'm going to stream again and I want to take part in Monday challenge, and I hope together we will animate something interesting for this challenge. Yeah, sounds great. I hope so. Anyway, see ya here in Instagram and, you know, in internet. Bye.